Good afternoon, State Representative Maurice West from the 67th District. Hope you're doing well. Happy Valentine's Day or Happy Single Awareness Day, whichever way you want to look at today's holiday. Today's Friday. I'm in Rockford. I wanted to take you out on the streets and show you the district, but it's like 0 degrees outside right now, so I hope you'll forgive me for wanting just to do this inside so that I won't be shaking while I'm talking to you. A couple of quick updates I want to give you. If you recall, I wasn't in session this week, but however, I had a subject matter hearing on yesterday in Chicago for the Judiciary Criminal Committee that I sit on, and there was two topics of discussion: ending cash bail and ending mandatory sentencing. So I'll briefly talk to you about that, give you my perception of it, and then talk about 3 new bills, and then see you off for your Valentine's Day. So the first one, ending cash bail. Essentially, if you have the money, you can, and this is all for pre-trial, before your trial date. If you have the money, you can post bail and live free until your trial date. And then, so you're innocent until proven guilty. You go through trial, see what happens, and then your consequences or no consequences. However, if you don't have the money, you're in jail until your trial date. And so essentially ending cash bail makes it to where you don't have to pay a bail to before waiting for trial. Right now it marginalizes a lot of low income, those in poverty, black and brown people. And so it was a subject matter hearing on that. My perception, overall I'm a proponent of this. However, I'm thinking of our domestic violence and sexual assault victims. If the perpetrator posts bail, they typically go back to where the crime was committed, home, or wherever their girlfriend or their significant other is. And how will this particular reform protect domestic violence, sexual assault victims? A lot of questions still to be had, but that was my perception. The other one, sentencing. And once again, it's a subject matter hearing. Nothing's moving yet. We're just getting the conversation going. Right now, mandatory sentencing comes from the General Assembly. We say that for murder, you get between 20 to 60 years. And so essentially, it puts the sentencing in the hands of me, the state representative, rather than sentencing in the hands of the judge, who will look at the evidence, look at everything before him or her or them, and give their sentencing as they deem fit, as they want to. Perception, my personal perception at the moment. And I'll be transparent. What if I get a judge who just flat out doesn't like me? And they want to give me the maximum sentence because of who I am, who I did it to, what I did, what I represent, anything like that. And so does it really, I totally understand that the sentencing should not be in my hand as a General Assembly person. It should be in the judge's hand. That's what we elected the judge for. My perception is, what if they're just a judge that it's not honorable? But that's what was going on in my head at the time. Just letting you know. We still have questions, and we still have a lot of meetings for those two. But I wanted to share with you that's about what that subject matter was about on yesterday. 3 bills that I wanted to talk to you about. I have 6 bills, new bills, but I'll share another 3 with you on Monday. Mr. Drew Williams, if you want to post these links for me, I would greatly appreciate it. But if you don't, we'll post it myself. But I want to publicly thank you for your help. So the first one I wanted to share with you, HB 4783. As I always say, success as your state representative, my success comes from you. A lot of these bill ideas came from you. This bill came from a constituent of mine, a friend of mine, one of our city council members, Bill Rose, and it's called the short description, School Native American Imagery. If you recall, Haudenosaunee some students are petitioning to get rid of their name Haudenosaunee Indians. And then there's other people who's like, no, I want to keep that. Naturally so. However, this bill that Alderman Rose and I worked on essentially does 4 things. I'm not asking you to get rid of your name, your mascot. However, if you want to keep your mascot, you have to receive the express written consent of a Native American tribe based within 500 miles of the school, which consent must be renewed every 5 years. So if I want to be the Cherokee of my Indian mascot, it represents the Cherokee tribe, I need to get the express written consent from the Cherokee tribe that we can be called the whatever Indians or the whatever Cherokee tribe. I'm just using that for example. So that's 1. 2, conducts a school-wide program on Native American culture at least twice per school year. 3, offers a course of study to its students outlining Native American contributions to society. And 4, files an annual report with the School Board of Education detailing what academic programs on Native Americans it has offered during the school year. If you don't follow these rules, you can't play in the playoffs. And so I want you to look at this not in the lens of inconvenience, but look at this in the lens of courtesy and respect. Our Native American community, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, is one of the most underserved, underrepresented, undervalued communities in our country. And so I want to ensure that here, at least in Illinois, we are valuing them and respecting how they feel. And so that's what this bill does. I'm already getting pushback from it, and I want to express, a lot of people who've pushed back on me have said to me, we do not disrespect those people. Calling them those people is disrespectful. Take it from me, a black man who's been talked to as, you people need to do this. So look at this in a lens of courtesy and respect, okay? Before you think I'm trying to bust up tradition. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to let my Native American constituents know, and our Native American constituents throughout the state know, that we respect you. So that's HB 4783. The next one I want to share with you is HB 4798, Aging Emergency Home Response. So right now, I had a constituent who was 88, still driving, still living by herself, living her best life, still walking on her own, but she doesn't qualify for I'm looking for the proper word, emergency device button. She doesn't qualify for that because she doesn't have, she has no need of it because she's healthy. But the mere fact that she's healthy, she's still one of our valued senior citizens. And so this bill essentially provides that, subject to appropriation, any person who is not otherwise eligible for services provided under the Community Care Program may qualify for emergency home response services if the person is 80 years or older, they live independently, they're a U.S. citizen or a legal alien, is a resident of this state, and does not own interest in non-exempt assets having a combined value of $17,000. So essentially, applauding and supporting our elder community members, our senior citizens, if they are healthy and living independently and living their best life, helping them so that in the event that they may have an accident or fall, they can still get access to assistance as soon as possible. Subject to appropriation, this is going to be an uphill battle because it's a subject to appropriation, which means this costs money. Finding where that money comes from is the next step. But I still wanted to file it so that we can start that trek towards completing or passing this bill. And now the last bill I want to share with you is the Employee Background Fairness Act. This bill, I'm working with various organizations that are based out of Chicago. This bill is that goes throughout the whole state. I'm working with people from Heartland Alliance, Community Renewal Society, Chicago Homeless, Pecrina, no, Pecrina Green. That first word I can't think of. It just escaped me. Legal aid, but I'm working with them to get this bill to the finish line. This bill creates the Employee Background Fairness Act, provides that an employer may not refuse to hire an individual and may not discharge an individual because of the individual's criminal history unless the individual has one or more convictions and there is a direct relationship between one or more of an individual's convictions and the specific employment sought. So that last part. Now, if I got caught stealing from a bank and I'm a bank teller, yeah, then you can, and I'm trying to be a bank teller, you don't have to hire me. Understood. But if I had a small marijuana charge back in the day, this protects me and says that I can still qualify for this job because it has no relations to the job I'm applying for. So this a bill I'm particularly excited about. I have, if it is similar to, if you want to see the support around it, they filed, this bill was filed last year, but was unable to move forward, and so they changed the chief sponsor from Chairwoman Sonia Harper to myself. It's HB 3056 as well, same bill. You can see how many people support the bill. So those are the three bills that I have, the three new bills that has come. Today is the filing deadline, and I think we're up to 20 bills so far. There might be other bills that we'll just have to wait till next session. But like I always say, the success that I have as your state representative, I turn it around and credit it to my relationship with you. And so I thank you for hanging with me today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me or call my office. Email is assistance@staterepwest.com. Phone number is 815-987-7433. Hope you're having a good day today. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Single Awareness Day. Either way it goes, whichever one you're celebrating, you are a phenomenal person to me. Talk to you later.